Hello all, and welcome to Bricklayer's Alternative Series, where we go through the Ninjago storyline and create an alternative outcome to the original timeline if certain events played out differently, resulting in a drastic change to the current story we know today. Please enjoy the video.
In the pilot season of Ninjago, we see Wu and Samukai fighting with the four golden weapons. After the ninja performed the Tornado of Creation and defeated the Skulkin army, they found Wu and Samukai fighting and proceeded to spectate the fight.
In the original story, we see Kai stop the other three ninja and says, "This is Sensei's fight," allowing Destiny to take its place, where we see Samukai defeat Wu and wield all four golden weapons at once. As no one can handle the power of all four golden weapons, Samukai was destroyed and a vortex was created which allowed Garmadon to escape from the underworld, which progresses the current story of Ninjago to what we currently know. But in this alternate timeline, the story we will be following today will be what would happen if the ninja fought Samukai alongside Wu and recovered the golden weapons, preventing Garmadon's escape from the underworld. The ninja find Wu after defeating the Skulkin army and then immediately jump in the fight to help their master and stop Samukai from wielding all four weapons at once. Kai and Cole stand by Wu's side to block any attacks that Samukai attempts on Wu, while Jay and Zane get behind the Skulkin general and attack him from behind. Garmadon, realizing that Samukai cannot take on the 5 Spinjitzu masters alone, he jumps in the fight and takes on Wu to have the second battle between brothers, with a fueled passion to get revenge on his brother for casting him into the underworld. The ninja defeats Samukai and recover the stolen golden weapons. Wu then retreats with the ninja as he knows that the final battle is not yet ready to be fought, and return back to the monastery where the ninja begin training with their golden weapons and learn how to use their elemental powers in preparation for Garmadon's revenge. As Samukai was not able to possess all four weapons at once in front of Garmadon, the Dark Lord was not able to escape the underworld. Garmadon then orders the entire army to attack the monastery in an attempt to steal the weapons, but because the ninja have the golden weapons as well as the elemental dragons to protect the golden weapons, the skeletons do not stand a chance and are immediately defeated and retreat back to the underworld. Samukai then informs Garmadon of the failed attack on the monastery. Garmadon then comes up with a plan to steal the weapons one by one. He orders the skeletons to attack different villages, causing the ninja to be spread thin so that the skeletons can easily overwhelm the ninja, as they will be fighting one Spinjitzu master instead of all of them. At the monastery, while the team are training, Nia informs everyone about the multiple skeleton attacks on the villages, and the ninja prepare to take flight on their dragons to save the villages. Before they leave, Wu orders one of the ninja to give him their golden weapon. In confusion, but without hesitation, Cole gives his scythe to Wu, and then all go their separate ways to fight the skeletons. One by one, they all arrive at a village and begin fighting off the attackers. Kai and Jay both easily get overwhelmed and defeated by the skeletons and lose their golden weapons. When Zane arrives at the village, he begins fighting, but shortly after fighting, using his sixth sense ability, realizes why the random attacks are happening. He figures out that the random attacks are to separate the ninja team in an attempt to steal the golden weapons. He attempts to flee with his dragon, but his ice dragon gets chained down by the skeletons. With no dragon to fly away with and unfamiliar knowledge of how to tap into his elemental powers, he flees to the forest to run as far away as he can from the skeletons to protect the shurikens of ice from being taken, so Samukai could not unite the four weapons. When Cole arrives at his village, he begins to fight off the skeletons until General Cruncher realizes that Cole does not have the Scythe of Quakes on him. Cruncher orders a retreat, and Cole figures out that this is their next attempt to steal the four golden weapons. With concern for Wu being in danger, he immediately heads for his dragon and flies off to find Wu. While Wu and Nia are fighting, Jay and Kai join in the fight and defeat the skeletons. Kai and Jay both explain how they had their weapons stolen. When Cole arrives, he explains that the skeletons retreated when they realized Cole did not have his golden weapon. Wu, in his years of wisdom, explained to the ninja that it is easier to defeat a team divided rather than a whole. This is why Garmadon ordered the skeletons to divide the 4 elemental masters, so they could easily be defeated. Wu then orders everyone to head to the village that Zane went to protect. When they arrive, the villagers tell them that Zane ran off to the forest. Wu orders the ninja to travel ahead, while Nia, the dragons, and himself remain at the village. In the forest, Zane gets cornered and does his best to hold out against the skeletons in attempts to find another way of escape. He holds out for a bit and begins to tap into his elemental power of ice to free some skeletons, but he is no match for Samukai. The other 3 ninjas show up and fight the skeletons using every skill they have at their disposal until the rest of the skeleton army shows up and defeat the ninja. With Samukai in possession of 3 of the golden weapons again, he orders the ninja to be taken prisoners and prepares to return to the underworld. Wu then flies in with the scythe and offers to hand over the last golden weapon to Samukai. Before the wise sensei hands over the weapon, Wu explains how no one can handle all 4 weapons at once. He informs Samukai that he will be destroyed if all 4 weapons are wielded at once. Wu explained that this was Garmadon's plan to escape the underworld, as the Dark Lord knew that Samukai would get his revenge on Garmadon for becoming the ruler of the Skulken army once he was in possession of all 4 weapons. With Samukai being naive and not reasoning with Wu, he took the scythe from him and then prepared to retreat to the underworld, but the weapon started to sway in sync. Samukai started to become overwhelmed by the power of the 4 golden weapons and was destroyed. The sky went dark with an energy surge from the weapons causing a vortex to open, but no one entered and the vortex closed with the sky becoming day again. With the skeleton army having no leader to give them orders, Wu then tells the Skulken army that it would be unwise to follow Garmadon's orders as they would suffer the same fate as Samukai. Cruncher and Knuckle come forward and surrender and offer a truce to Wu and order the ninja to be released immediately. With the ninja and the Skulken at peace with each other, Wu requests that the Skulken army can work with the ninja in case that there is any evil in Ninjago that needs to be defeated. When the ninja return to the monastery, the ninja are curious on why the skeleton army stopped fighting and why they are not going off to face Garmadon with the skeleton army. Wu then teaches the lesson of the best way to defeat an enemy is to make them your friend. The wise sensei also stated that the skeleton army was ordered to steal the golden weapons of Spinjitzu for Garmadon, and the skeleton's main task was to not fight the ninja, so they never had a conflict in the first place. Additionally, Wu reminded the ninja that they were chosen to protect the weapons of Spinjitzu, not to go out of their way to fight the skeleton army, as they were no longer stealing the golden weapons, and the golden weapons were safe with the 4 ninjas. Kai then asks about what is going to happen with Garmadon now. Wu calmly pours himself a cup of tea and says Ninjago is safe, and that the balance has been restored. There will be another time for when the ninja will need to face Garmadon again, but today is not that day. The ninja then begin training with their elemental weapons, while Wu retrieves a scroll which has the text of the prophecy of the Green Ninja, and then meditates in peace, knowing that Ninjago is safe. Hi all, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I greatly appreciate your time being spent here today. I hope you enjoyed this alternative Ninjago storyline. If you could, can I ask that you like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already? I would greatly appreciate your support. I would like to grow my channel to create more videos like this in the future, and just by liking and subscribing, it helps my channel expand to a larger audience to other Ninjago fans. Thank you again for your time and enjoy the rest of your day.